Hi, good morning, everyone. So I would like to welcome you to AI for Scrum Master webinar, and thank you for being here. So just will give us a few more minutes to start, maybe about 5 minutes. So before we start the session, here is just a short housekeeping note for all of you here. So you just could write your question and add the live event Q&A corner, and we shall compile the question and discuss with our speaker right after his sharing. So just to let you know that this webinar will be recorded and we'll be sharing out this recorded webinar to you after the event. So just wait a bit for about 5 more minutes and we'll start our webinar soon. Thank you. Hi everyone. So again, good morning to all of you. So we'll be starting our webinar right now. So I'm Adam, will be your moderator for today's webinar, and it is an honor for me to welcome all of you to this webinar, AI for Scrum Master. So before that, just would like to let you know if you have any questions or anything to ask, you can just write out your question at the live event Q&A corner. Okay. So together with me today is our trainer that will be sharing out his slide later, who will be Satyajit. Okay, so we are excited to share valuable insight with you. And before we start our webinar, just give me a quick intro to our speaker who will be leading us to these valuable insights. So he has over 25 years of product development and agile experience. He is an agile coach, safe practice consultant, IC Agile accredited trainer, and a PMI ATP instructor. So Satya has coached teams across different fields like banking, e-commerce, healthcare, telecom, and retail. So without further ado, I would like to invite our speaker today, Satyajit. Are you ready, Satyajit?
Yes, Adam.
Okay, so I'll pass the floor to you.
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
thank you.
All right. So thank you, Adam, for the intro, and thanks to our lovely participants for joining the session. So today we'll talk about we see AI everywhere. Right? AI people are using AI to develop content, media, marketing, sales. Right? Now, what can Scrum Masters do? Right? Now, I'm sure some of you have already started using AI for your day-to-day activities. Okay. Now, we would see in this webinar, okay, what is in it for Scrum Masters. So, getting back to what matters, Scrum Masters, we do coaching, we talk about people because for us, people matter and we deliver value. But how can we uh, leverage AI? There are plethora of tools. So how can we leverage AI? That's what we will explore. Okay. Now, Adam has already spoken about me. I'm not going to spend any time here. I'll be your facilitator or the speaker. Now, here we'll talk about what is Gen AI, okay, and who's a Scrum Master. Of course, before we can start talking about how can we use AI? First, let's understand what does a Scrum Master do? Who's a Scrum Master? And then how do we use some of these tools? Again, we'll just take some examples because tools are changing, right? You must have seen tools are outdating themselves, if not months and weeks, right? Every week we see different tools, but we'll take some examples on uh, how to use some of these tools for our Scrum Master's role. And then, of course, we talk about the guardrails of AI, right? The limitations of AI, or why we need to be cautious and how when we are using AI. Okay. So this is going to be our uh, session for the roadmap, and these are the topics that we will discuss in the next 40 minutes. Okay. Now, generative AI. Okay. So what is AI? Generative AI. Okay. AI has always been there. Okay. People have been using AI, and it's just that the common person like you and me were not able to use AI. Okay. So it is not something new that we are seeing here. People have been using AI, and AI has been there uh, for quite some time. So it's just that with OpenAI's ChatGPT, with a large language model, a common person like you and me were able to talk to AI in simple, plain vanilla English. Before that, probably, the data scientists, the supercomputer programmers, they were able to talk to AI using numbers. Okay, you input number, it processes number and it outputs number. It is just that with generative AI, we are able to interact with AI using plain English. So that's where suddenly we see the surge of usage of AI. Yeah. And now I know, I'm not going to explain a lot about what is AI, but I'm sure if all of you are using AI. Okay. So we would do a quick survey. So you can join the survey using this QR code. So take a pause and using your mobile phones, uh, use your mobile phone's scanner to scan the QR code and join the survey. So we'll make it little interactive. I'll be asking some questions, you'll be responding some. So let's make it interactive and interesting. Okay. So you can scan the QR code to join. And I would request you to respond whether you are using AI, whether you don't want to use AI. So right now you're using, but don't want to use. Good. So we have more than 85% people say you're using. We still have some. Good. So more than 85% you say you are using AI. Good. We have the verdict here. So more than 86% you use AI. Now, a little bit of history of AI, right? We're saying now AI has been there, right? With Amazon Alexa, where it recognizes the speeches, Siri, back in probably 15 years back, Apple introduced Siri. It used some form of AI, right? Processing human speech into written format and computer vision, deriving meaningful information from image, video, or other visual input, um, anomaly detection, searching large amount of data and discovering abnormalities. So uh, AI has been there. It is just that we did not realize. Okay. And artificial intelligence, it is sometimes called human level intelligence. It is a type of artificial intelligence. The world match or surpass human capabilities across virtually all cognitive tasks. Okay, the general intelligence, saying everybody has an Einstein in our basement now. Okay? And we need to use.
Satya, sorry to interrupt.
Sure.
I think some participant asking to show the QR again. They would
Well,
like to scan, I think.
so for the next response, I'll show the QR code again. Okay.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Let's show the QR code again. So it's just that with generative AI, everybody has Einstein in their basement. Now, it depends on how we are going to use that Einstein. Okay, are you going to use the Einstein to cut your vegetables or solve complex mathematical problems? Okay, so that's what we'll be using our Einstein for. And most of us, I think we have been using prompts. So what is prompting? Prompt engineering is the art and science of crafting inputs for our AI models, especially the LLM and the Gen AI, to guide them towards generating desired outputs. So it's about communicating effectively with an AI to get the best possible results. Now we are able to talk to our Einstein. Right? Earlier, to be able to talk to your Einstein, which is sitting in your basement, you had to have that kind of intelligence. But now our Einstein understands simple English. So we are asking our Einstein in simple English to do something, and then our Einstein does it for us. Okay. So now we can have, earlier it was the input was only the numbers, but now we are saying the input could be, earlier it was only text. Now the input could be an image, the input could be a video. And earlier the output was only text, but now the output could be image, the output could be video. So you input anything, you get output anything. And we do it through our prompts. We need to tell our Einstein what to do. So, because the Einstein doesn't use its own brain, but Einstein is waiting for our instruction. So the AI, the generative AI, is waiting for our instructions, and it depends on how well you are able to instruct your Einstein. Are you asking your Einstein to cut vegetables, or are you asking your Einstein to solve complex mathematical problems? And that is what we do through prompting. Okay. And why prompt engineering? Again, you see a lot of jobs for prompt engineering. Okay. Because we need to be able to articulate exactly what we want the AI to do. Okay. So we have to be precise. We have to clearly tell what exactly needs to be done. We need to be creative. Okay. Because the AI can use different sources, and it might take some different iterations to get the exact work done. So be creative, unleash your creativity. Okay? Take your Einstein. Don't restrict your Einstein to your basement. Take your Einstein outside of the world, right? Outside of your house to the world. Take your Einstein to playgrounds. Take your Einstein to schools, right? And be creative. Don't be afraid to be creative. That's where the human in the loop comes. Okay. We can make our Einstein work better when we unleash our creativity. Okay. And uh, tailor the AI to perform very specific tasks. So you have to be very precise about what you are asking to do. Okay. And efficiency now in one or two iterations, as I said, the AI is looking at now every time you're giving the same prompt, you're not going to get the same result. Okay. So every time you're going to get a different result. So you have to do some of those iterations to be able to pinpoint exactly what will solve your problem. Okay. And of course, you have to be careful about how we are using. So guide the AI away from generating harmful or undesirable content. Of course, the models, right? We have different models, like say Chat GPT or OpenAI has a GPT model. Okay. Google has their Gemini model. Anthropic has their cloud model. So we have these different models, and these companies, they are already training these models. Okay. So before they were untrained, but now they are training. They are trained. So if somebody is asking something harmful, probably they'll say, "Hey, I cannot answer these questions." Because they have been trained not to uh, be harmful to the society, not to now say, for example, an AI knows that my user is below 18 years old, so the AI will not answer certain type of questions. Yeah. So, but we also need to be uh, concerned about our safety. Yeah. Now, the format, I'm pretty much sure that everybody is aware of it. Now, we need to be very specific. Okay? I cannot just ask a vague question saying, hey, now tell me what metrics to use in my team. Instead of telling that, can I be a little bit more specific, okay, about what is my role? And suppose say, hey, I'm a Scrum Master, okay, with probably 10 years of experience in the Agile world. And I am dealing with a team of web developers. Okay. And we want to refine our backlog, and um, we have a big epic. That epic is about customer royalty program, and I want you to split that epic into different user stories. Okay. So you have to be very specific about what kind of prompt that you are providing to your uh, AI. So, and that there's no harm in providing more and more information, but you have to provide the context to your AI. Yeah. That's when the AI will probably understand your context and provide you the answer that will actually helpful you, that is tailored for you. Yeah. Types of prompting, we say the zero shot prompting, the few shot prompting, instruction based prompting, role persona. What is persona? Persona is who is the end user? Okay. I'm probably a senior citizen and I'm struggling to do this. I'm probably living in the city alone, and uh, I want somebody to help me with these tasks. So, what is my persona? Okay. So, who am I? What is my role? What is my context? So, you have to provide that. Only then the AI will understand your situation. Okay. Constraint based prompting, like, do I have any constraint? Yes, I have a constraint of particular skill. Okay, I have a constraint of time. Okay, so, do I have any constraints? So, provide that. And as I said, you also need to be iterative, right? A lot of times you will not get what you're looking for in the first attempt. Okay? And you have to keep trying and then keep refining your prompts based on the responses. Now, I, some of you said, most of you said, more than 86% you said you do AI. Okay. But list down the top three reasons you use Gen AI tool right now and also mention the tool's name. Okay. So what I'm going to do is uh, I'm going to now you can scan the QR code again and list down the top three reasons you're using Gen AI tools, and also you can mention the tools. That is open for submission. You can start typing your responses. And some of you who have not joined, you can scan the QR code to join. ChatGPT, yes, ChatGPT is the most popular, most common internal company AI tools. Copilot is everywhere. Yeah. To study, to work, to editing, or email writing, that's good. Napkin is a nice tool. So we are using a lot of tools, right? Now, let's see how we as Scrum Master uh, can use this tool. Okay. Now, it's just about no, we all it's about no, teaching prompting now is like how to use Google some 15 years back. Right. In fact, there were a lot of trainings on how to use internet and how to use the search engines. Initially, yes, we needed the training, but it later it became intuitive. Right? Everybody uses, but how you are using for what you're using is going to be important, especially when you use AI as a Scrum Master. Okay? So how well you are using your prompts and how well you are using your data to feed into your AI to get your work done. Now, when it comes to Scrum Master, okay, so what do you think a Scrum Master does? What should be a Scrum Master? Now, what should be an effective Scrum Master be doing? Okay. So again, I'm opening uh, the floor for you to answer. Say, for example, I'm using, as a Scrum Master, I'm spending a lot of time on facilitation. So, what do you think a Scrum Master does? Project management, time management, capacity planning. Mhm. Somebody is typing, so let me open it again. Servant leader, I like that. Coaching, coach, some nice responses. Daily stand-ups. I'm curious. I like this change agent. Now, as a Scrum Master, of course, a lot of, or I would say all of these are valid, but as a Scrum Master, I should be focusing more on making my team self-managed, self-organized. Okay. Uh, Writing user stories. Well, I would not really advise a Scrum Master to write the user stories. That is why you have your product owner and your developers. As a Scrum Master, you ensure that they are uh, following the right practices of writing user story. We say, in invest format, right? When you're writing in a user story, it should be independent, negotiable, variable, as short as possible, as small as possible, and testable. But as a Scrum Master, I would not be spending my time on writing user stories. Okay, I would not be spending a lot of time on schedule management. Okay. teams should be self-organized to manage their own schedule. I should not be telling about what is your work, how you should do it. Okay. Capacity planning, the developer should do it. Okay. When we are talking about capacity planning, the developer should know what is their capacity, what is the velocity, how much they will be able to take. Okay. So capacity planning, I would say, uh, management of Scrum teams. As a servant leader, we don't manage people. Okay. People manage their own work. Yeah. So what we do is, I like be a servant leader, be a facilitator, if needed, be a teacher. Okay. So I would be saying the Scrum Master should have these stances. I have to be a good teacher, teaching Scrum, teaching why we do a retrospective, why it is important to continuously improve and learn, yeah, and how you have to reflect back. So how to do what is retrospective? What do we do in sprint planning? What are sprint goals? What are product goals? So I would be spending a lot of time on teaching my Scrum team. I would be spending time on coaching my team, coaching them to be self-managed, coaching them to resolve their own conflict, yeah, coaching them to be a better, better version of themselves, coaching them to be more technical, right? Coaching them to um, maybe reach out to people who can solve their problem, coaching them to solve their own problem. As we say, right? Uh, we don't catch the fish for you as a Scrum Master. I would teach you how to catch a fish so that tomorrow again you are hungry, you know how to catch a fish. Okay. So be more of a coach, be more of a facilitator. Okay. Facilitate if there are, say, issues between product owner and developers when they are struggling in a sprint planning. Say, for example, the product owner says, hey, uh, this is the requirement, go ahead and do it. But as a developer, I'll say, no, I don't have all the details so that I can continue my work. Yeah. So how do you facilitate these sessions? Okay, and use your interpersonal skills, use your special techniques. Yeah. So we have a lot of techniques like 1, 2, 4, all. So use those techniques to facilitate. And of course, you help remove the impediments. So rather than managing the project, rather than scheduling meetings, of course, I would not be wanting to schedule meetings. So that's why I said, let's not be Scrum clerks. So by saying facilitating is where I will focus. Yeah. So run to learn how to run events. No, I don't have to learn. I need to make the teams self-organized so that they can run the meetings on their own. Okay. I don't have to be present in the daily Scrum every day. The team should not be waiting for me to start their daily Scrum. So I need to be more of a teacher, a coach. First, the accountability is to enable a high-performing, self-managed, and cross-functional Scrum team. Okay. Now, when it comes to say teaching, how do I take the help of AI to know so that I can teach my students, okay, or teach my developers. Okay. So if I'm if I'm teaching now, I would just ask ChatGPT. I'll say, hey, because ChatGPT already knows about me. I'm sure some of you already know this. We can personalize the tools, right? So that every time I don't have to provide the context. So what I've done here is I have gone ahead and then personalized it, saying I have already told him a little bit about. I have told ChatGPT a little bit about myself. What do I do? So what is my experience? Yeah. So I'm already telling him that, hey, I'm an Agile project manager with 25 years of software development experience. I take pride in doing my work. It will set the context saying, okay, ChatGPT knows that I take a lot of pride in my work. what is my experience, what am I. So I have given everything so that every time I don't have to provide the context here. Okay. So I can just type in saying, hey, ChatGPT, I am an experience. Again, I don't have to write it, but I'm just showing you because I have already told ChatGPT. ChatGPT knows about me. ChatGPT knows about my profession, my experience. So I have already customized it, but nevertheless, I'm telling this again just to demonstrate. And I want to teach my team on the importance of Scrum. I want to teach the Scrum framework. Okay. I have got, I have half a day to teach. I want to maybe develop my learning plan and teaching by using, um, we call it adult learning, that is andragogy. And because I'm not teaching kids, right? I'm teaching IT professionals. So I need to, the adult learning is completely different than uh, the students learning. So the adult learning is the andragogy principles and design the session using 4C of training from the back of the room. Again, this is a very important concept, training from the back of the room. There is a book with this name, and it says how we can take a back sheet and let the students learn by doing a lot of things. Yeah, because they are not kids. You cannot teach the same way I was teaching, or maybe a teacher teaches the kindergarten school kids using the same method. You cannot teach the adults. Uh, Adults learn by doing a lot of things. So there's a very popular book called Training from the Back of the Room. And it has a lot of methods, principles. Yeah. So I'm asking ChatGPT to use the TBR, the 4 C's of TBR. Yeah. So now it is exactly using the andragogy principles, the adult learning theory, and it gave me the 4C model. Okay, connect, concept, concrete practice, and commit. That is the 4C. And it exactly told me, how I should be managing my sessions. I'm just pausing it a little so that everybody can see. I can do some Scrum simulation using Lego. So how can I use the concrete practice, then commit? Okay. It also told me what material that I need to use. How do I evaluate and follow up after the session? And it is also asking me the next, would you like me to create the full facilitator guide and participant workbook? Okay. So let me go ahead and say yes. So we all know how to know how to use ChatGPT, but do we know what context to use? Now, in order to use ChatGPT, I should be aware of some of these concepts of what is adult learning, okay, what is training from the back of the room. So that is where we are saying humans are important. Okay. Yes, ChatGPT within 10 seconds it told me the complete, it gave me the complete session. But as a human, I should be knowing what is adult learning, right? What is training from the back of the room. That is where the Scrum Masters are important. Right? So, and I can also, because I have integrated Canva, with my Chat GPT, so I can also do a lot of designs automatically. Okay. So I have already integrated Canva. Canva, I have a paid subscription. And now using this, I can also design a lot of browser, a lot of study material, directly from here with further instructions. Okay. So that's about teaching. Now I want to coach. Okay. So let's see another demonstration of coaching. Now I want to coach my team members. Okay. So I have probably done little bit of questionnaires and surveys with my team, and then I got some feedback from my team members, what motivates them. So I want to uh, use that feedback from my team to motivate, okay, for some motivation coaching. So I ask my team how I'm moving from the teaching stance, right? And now I'm in the coaching stance. Scrum Master can unlock the intrinsic motivation, and I got the feedback. I'm attaching. I used Mural to receive the feedback. So they just created some stickies, and then I created an image of that sticky. So I want ChatGPT to read that image, understand, and then provide me response. So I'm attaching the image. What one thing stands out here that I can use for my coaching session? Uh, I have received this from my team. Okay. I just asked them to create some stickies, and it's okay. What should I do as a Scrum Master to unlock intrinsic motivation within the team? So some said, okay, celebrate milestones so people know where they succeed. Someone said the right level of challenge. I should be motivated enough. The work we call it you know, I should not be too burdened, or I should not. The work should not be too easy. The right level of challenge. Okay. So I got this feedback. So let me attach that image. I kept it somewhere. So I use that image. So it reads that image, extract that text, and it'll give me what should I do. It also tells me, start with a reflection and visualize the connection. So I should have my coaching conversations. Yeah. Now I have already collected this feedback, and then this is what my team members want me to do. So that's why I'm taking ChatGPT's help in helping me uh, structure my coaching conversations with my team. Yeah. Now, every time I'm giving the same prompt, I might get different responses. So you'll have to iterate. You'll have to probably tweak it if you're not happy. If you feel that something is missing, then probably you have to give it a little bit more context and tweak it, and then ask again. So that is you can do now. It is also asking me if I can design a lot of stuff using Canva, because initially I had told that to use Canva extensively and design a lot of pages, slides for me. So that's about the coaching stance. Okay. Now, I'll say facilitator. Okay. As a facilitator, what do I do? Now, let me go back to Chat GPT and then say, okay, I need some help. So now I am a facilitator. Okay. So I have changed my stance and I'm a facilitator. I'm saying I'm facilitating a session to prepare a team agreement using Scrum value. Okay. Here is what the team, again, I did some discussion with my team and I say, go, and then asked, okay, when you say Scrum values, so we have these 5 Scrum values, right? Courage, focus, commitment, respect, and openness. Okay. Now, I asked my Scrum team and saying, hey, when you read these Scrum values, what do you understand? What thought comes to your mind when I say respect? What thought comes to your mind when I say focus? And the team came up with some points. So I have collected that point and I'm using those points to see how I can facilitate a session to come up with a team agreement. So I'm saying here is what the team has prepared so far. Can you run a sentiment analysis on this to see how good these to promote teamwork and what else we can add in the team agreement. So collected some feedback, and again, like the last time, I have also taken a screenshot of my feedback. Now I did not want to copy paste everything. So in my easier way to collect all the feedback was to just take a screenshot, and I've taken the screenshot of it. And let me just load and then pass. So first we talked about the teaching stance, then we talked about the coaching stance, and now I'm facilitating facilitating an event to create uh, my team agreement. So for every response, it created the observation, created the sentiment, and I use this. Either I can have a one-on-one coaching, or I can have a team coaching to come up with our team agreements. So that is my uh, facilitator coach stance. So that is just one of the things that I did using ChatGPT. But now we're also talking about agentic browsers. Okay. So here it is just creating an output with my instruction, but agentic browsers can also do work for you. Okay. So agentic AI. Not only this, I'll probably ask them to create a lot of reports. So I'll show you something. Now I'm using an agentic browser called Comet. Okay. And here I have, I'm sure some of you have already used Jira, or probably you're using, or you have used in the past. Now I have Jira here, and then I have a lot of these projects. Okay. they call it spaces now. And I just don't want to ask, but I want it to do something for me. Okay. So maybe I'll ask the assistant. I have a lot of projects here, but I'm talking about a particular project here called the centralized healthcare system. So let's say I want to find out the maybe I'll just to save time, I'll just type this, which I have already done it just to save time. I want Comet to take control of the browser, search for all the user stories in this CHSS project, right? I have a lot of projects here, as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I want it to look for a particular project that is the centralized healthcare system project. Uh, and the item should be issue type, right? Issue type is user stories. I want it to find out what are the in progress user stories. Okay. Now, this is a simple example, but you can use your complex queries reports to do or ask the AI to do it. Now, if you see, I'm not doing anything. Okay, my hands are free, and the agentic browser has taken control of the browser, and then it is all doing what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so it has gone to a particular project that I have asked it to go, and then it went to the project, and then it is looking at all the user stories that are incomplete. Probably it will create also a filter, okay, and use Jira query language to do the filter and then find out all the user stories that are in progress. Okay. So I'm not doing anything. It is just typing in the query. Now I don't have to know what is Jira query language also, okay, which is a powerful functionality of Jira. Okay. So I'm not doing anything. It is just doing on its own, and then it has taken control of the browser and firing up the query. It is live. It is unedited, unscripted, and whatever it is, I'm doing in front of you. I'm just showing the demonstration of uh, you know, how the AI tools are powerful and how you can use it for your advantage. Okay. So it has taken control, and it is still doing it and finding out which is the incomplete or in progress story in a particular project. Okay. So it has given me this particular user story is incomplete. It is still in progress. Okay. So you can use AI to do a lot of stuff. I just showed you, how I can use it for my productivity, read the reports, create the reports on its own. Okay. And but why AI matters for Scrum Master? Just now I showed you, right? Yes, we need to be a human, but we also need to understand, where we can save our time, where they can automate a lot of stuff. Yeah, we can create reports. So we call it the bionic Scrum Master, okay, who has that human aspect of it, but also knows how to use these tools, use the right terminology, use the right prompt, and uh, be an effective Scrum Master. So we have a lot of these kind of concepts, a lot of these kind of samples or tools that we can use to do a lot of things like how can I build a high performing team? Okay. And in each stage of this forming, storming, norming, how can I use plethora of tools to build a high performing team? Okay. like team dysfunctions, and so a lot of things which we discuss. Right now, we are running out of time. So, but before I end the session, we also need to be aware of while using AI. So you need to do a fact check. Okay? You need to do data privacy, security, confidentiality, and you need to also check about bias. Some tools are biased towards a particular uh, topic or a company, so you need to check the bias. You need to also check about uh, hallucination. A lot of times they hallucinate. The AI thinks that it is 100% correct, whereas no, it would be all garbage. Yeah. So keep it safe, keep it human. Privacy first. No, we should always look at privacy. And you decide AI suggests, but finally, ultimately, it is the human who decide. Okay? You trust AI, but always verify, always verify, always verify. Okay? Because it can go wrong. And it's okay. It's okay to tell that maybe a year back, people were hiding that. No, no, I created that report. AI did not. I wrote this. AI did not. But that's okay. Right? It is okay to tell that I'm using AI. And there is no shame in doing that. And the bottom line is the Scrum Master role is not going away. Okay. We, as Scrum Masters, are still relevant. Okay. But we need to tell the AI what it needs to be done. So that's why we, as Scrum Masters, are the human connections. Okay. But we will also use AI to assist us. Now, how do I facilitate certain things? How do I teach certain topics? What is the best way to make people understand certain concepts? So I can definitely use AI for that. Okay. So don't fear the tools, leave the tools. Okay. Make the tools work for you. Like I made this tool work for me because I did not want to spend a lot of time finding this. So I made this tool work for me. Now, with that, uh, I would also like to understand, okay, would you be interested in a one-day AI-enabled Scrum Master class where we talk about a lot of these concepts? I just showed you one or two examples of facilitation teaching, but would you be interested in a one-day enabled Scrum Master class? So you can let us know by typing by selecting yes, no, or maybe you can join the QR code. You can be in the same session. No, every time you don't have to join the session again and again. You can be in the same session. Now, in that one-day session, we could talk about uh, everything, right? I just showed you some example of teaching, mentoring, coaching, but we can also talk about how to resolve conflict, how to use AI to make your team go through forming, storming, norming, performing, the all the four stages of Bruce Tuckman's team formation model. Okay. Okay, things is maybe somebody said no, that's good. Now, okay. Now, if what all topics you would like to learn if you uh, have an opportunity to attend a class of one day? So you saw some glimpses here. Now, anything else that you would like to learn if you are attending a one day course? How it can help the team increase velocity. Predictive, yes. No, we can AI can help us in looking at historical data and predict a lot of things for planning. How can you use AI to slice PBAs? I'll still open it if somebody wants to share. You can share. Uh, I'll take a note of it. We'll create a list of things, the wish list. Yeah. So now a quick Q&A. Anybody wants to ask anything, you can type in. Uh, I will stop the sharing and then we can take. If people are still typing in, you can still go ahead and type. I'll collect all these wish list. Okay. And time for Q&A. If anybody wants to ask, you can fire your questions. So I'm stopping the sharing and waiting for questions.
Okay, Satya. That's question from the floor.
Okay.
Can we have this slide presentation later?
Yeah.
I think. Okay, so for those who asking about the recording webinar and the slides, we'll be sharing them out through via email lah, to all of you. And still, if you have any question, you can just put it in the Q&A corner. So while waiting for question from the floor, I'll just go through, to save our time, I'll just go through the next part of the event. So up next, as the speaker Satya have tell us this now, we have introduced, we would like to introduce a course called AI-enabled product, sorry, AI-enabled Scrum Master. Okay, AI-enabled Scrum Master. So it is a course that turns AI into your Scrum ally. So it will help you in coaching better, clarify your backlogs, help you in strengthen collaboration, and lead more successful sprints. So right now we are offering all of you in this room a 20% discount rate. So now you can just enroll them at only 1,200 ringgit, which initially it was 1,500 ringgit. So, and it is also HRDC claimable, so you don't have to worry about that. And for those of you in this room who have attended our PSM or PSPO courses before this, so you are entitled for even way higher discounted rate. So it is way higher than 20%. So if you're interested in this program, you can just reply to my email yesterday. Okay, yesterday evening I sent out an email to all of you on the reminder of this webinar. So you can just reply to my email saying that you are interested in this course. Okay. So also there are some product owners here. And for those product owners here, this is course for you. Okay, it is AI enabled product owner, and this is course to show you how to use AI to understand your customer better. So you will use AI on how to understand your customer better, choose the right features to build, and make smarter product decision. So same goes to this. We are offering a 20% discounted rate at only RM 1,200 ringgit. And same goes to previous attendee of PSM and PSPO courses. You'll be enjoying a higher discounted rate. So just the same thing. You just can reply to my email yesterday. And for those who have just joined and registered the webinar today, you can just email me at mohammad.adam@info-track.com. So I'll be writing out my email address in the Q&A corner. So any of you that interested in this two program, any of these two program, you can just email me. Or for those who received my email yesterday, you can just reply to that email, and I'll be liaising with the PIC to assist you. Okay. Next. Okay, next, we really appreciate your moment here, and we'd like to have a Google review from all of you. So I'll just pause on this a bit. And this review just to help us to improve and continue our quality training lah. It's not only training, it's webinar, any workshop. So this is to improve our training. And you can just scan on the QR on your screen to give the Google review. Okay, up next, last but not least, before we end the session, we'd like to love to hear your feedback too. So on your screen, there's a QR code. You can just scan through the QR code and let us know what training or webinar, any workshop. It can be anything that you would like to hear from us from InfoTrack. So we'll be looking at your feedback. And again, to Satya, is a big thank you once again to our speaker today. Insightful session, memang it is a good one. And of course, to all of the participants actively taking part in the session today. So we look forward to see you in the future training, workshop and trainings and webinar.
Thank you. Thank you, Adam.
So,
Thank you to everybody who participated.
I think anything else from you you'd like to share to your participants here?
Oh, yeah. No, thank you. Thank you for joining. And yeah, we would love to hear from you. And if you want us to do webinars on a particular topic, please do let us know. You can attend these free webinars, and we would love to share our knowledge with you.
All right. Okay. I'll just let this room running for the next 5 minutes. And to Nur Nabila binti Malik, you can just email me, muhammad.adam@infotrack.com or techcenter@infotrack-.com. So we have just put up the comment in the Q&A corner. So you can just reach out to us if you are interested in any of the program. Okay, so that will be all. And again, we appreciate your feedback. Just scan on the QR code on your screen to share us with what you want, what training you need, and webinar or workshop that you need next. Okay, thank you.